Watched a gas station near me go up 69 cents a gallon overnight.
$2.50 a gallon.
This morning, it's $3.19.
As the digits on the pump panel climb.
Have you filled up lately? Gas prices are climbing across Canada as conflict in the Middle East intensifies.
It was at $60 a barrel. Do you realize 2 weeks ago? That's a 44% increase. This is going to be inflationary.
So if you're considering moving to Canada, the food prices are just insane.
3 steaks are $70. A strip loin roast, $182. Prime rib roast, $169. $11.99. Thing of grapes. Avocados, $8.99. This was $450. I believe I got like 10 items.
Much prefer to wake up to this. I live life on my own terms. So you should too. I'll see you next time.
So, anyways, let's continue from last night where I was rudely interrupted by a lack of storage on my phone. I found a bunch of videos from my dog that I'm glad I found though, so that's a bonus. Anyways, I'm much better off than so many people. I'm not playing a victim. To realize, like, and I've said this before, to realize that you're a victim of something and then have a plan or whatever, you know, to overcome that. It's not a victim mentality, just to acknowledge that you've been victimized, right? A lot of people got screwed over during COVID, you know. So basically, you know, this, I mean, technically a family member, but I mean, really, there's like coworkers that I barely knew, never hung out with, that I know better than, you know, these people. They're not a part of my life. I was, you know, raised by, it was my mom's side of the family growing up, you know, raised by her since I was 5. My dad, best guy I've ever known. Awesome guy. You know, and I don't know what the discussions were when I was 5. I mean, if I had to guess, I'm sure, like, my dad made a lot of money and then probably went through a rough patch, and then, you know, women are hypergamous, you know, my mom probably wanted something more stable or whatever. That's my suspicion, just based on some of the things that I do know. And whatever, it's neither here nor there. I had a great childhood. My mom gave me a phenomenal childhood. But, you know, she's a COVIDiot, you know. A lot of people didn't wake up. They didn't have any light bulb eureka moments. And you have to leave those people behind. So, you know, the point of this, you know, the ignorance that I dealt with yesterday, you know, calling me a loser, texting me saying, hey, how you doing? You know, I haven't spoken to this person in a year. How you doing? You're not still living in your car, are you? Like, that's how the conversation started off. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm doing this, and I got this going, and this is different, and this is better, and yada, yada, and, you know. But they don't care about that. They just can't fathom the fact that you don't, you know, I mean, I think I said if I won the lottery, I wouldn't buy a house, you know. But he doesn't even know about the land titles that are being swapped and to all the, you know, the Musqueam band. They have title over all of Vancouver now. Some secret ceremony that happened February 20th or something that our Premier David Eby said that he didn't know about, but then later it came out a day later that he attended the ceremony. Like, I mean, could you be a worse liar? Like, how can you lie about something like that and think that you're going to get away with it? It's insane to me. You know, and how dumb is that? Like, you know, like, just make up some other reason as to why you didn't tell people, but don't pretend like you didn't know about it. That's just, I don't know. Anyways, bottom line is, I don't know who needs to hear this, but, you know, if your friend circle is shrinking, it's, you know, and someone wants to call you a loser, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you are, but I consider it to be someone that's confident in themselves, knows where they're going, doesn't need other people's approval to go down the road less traveled, you know. And I don't need anyone's I don't need anyone's approval to know that, you know, what I'm doing, while not for everyone and a little out of the ordinary, is going to work for me, you know. And then you also need to enforce standards and boundaries, right? You know, as soon as someone says the things that were said to me yesterday, like, you know, that person doesn't care about you. So you just leave them behind. And it's no loss for him or for me. Like, we're not in each other's lives. It's literally an acquaintance, like, it doesn't really matter, right? So at the end of the day, you got to just be confident in yourself, and you've got to just not worry about the noise, because that's all it is, right? Everyone's going to have their opinion on how you should live your life or whatever it is that you're going to do. But when things go bad, are they going to be there for you? Probably not. So, you need to be there for you. You need to have those standards. And if you have a small friend circle, just realize that it could just be a sign that you're outgrowing people, when someone says something like everyone went through COVID, like, whatever, everyone went through it. It's implying that, like, everyone had the same experience. Everyone experienced COVID. It's so ignorant and so dumb on so many levels. But, it's like saying everyone experienced a hurricane or a tornado, While someone may have just lost power for a couple of hours, someone may have had to stay in their house with no power loss, so it's just a minor inconvenience. Some people might have lost their house, livestock, family members, whatever, So to say that someone, it's such an ignorant statement. And I can't be friends with people that are that stupid, quite frankly. Like, I just can't. What's the point? What are we going to talk about? The hockey game? Bunch of fluff and shit that doesn't matter? Anyways, that's all I got to say on it. So to whoever needs to hear that, hopefully it gets to someone and helps you out. Because, if you're just do your own thing, man. Don't worry about the haters.